Okay, so now that my brows are shaped and combed, I am going to go ahead and show you how I fill them. There's a couple of different ways you could do it. You could use a brow pencil, and if you're going to use a brow pencil, make sure you use really short hair-like strokes because then it makes it look a little more natural, like hair, like you're drawing in hair. So this color actually shows a little more blonde than what it is. It's actually, it's almost like a red-brown. I don't know, it's like really kind of red, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do some short strokes. Just really short, light strokes. Now because I already have like really kind of hairy brows, I don't have to do a lot of filling. There are times though when I get like a little gap right here and I have to fill it in. So like I do now, so I'm going to have to fill that in. I'm just going to keep kind of putting little hair-like strokes in here. Alright, so now I'm going to go back with my spoolie and kind of brush this out a little bit. This makes it a little bit more natural. Okay, so now this is my favorite brow thing ever, which is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit. And this one is medium. They have them in light and dark as well. This was $3, and I really love this because it has a dark colored wax. So if you have, if you have to draw on a little bit of a tail here, then, that dark colored wax makes it great because with the wax you get a little bit more precision. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish filling in my brows with this wax, and I'm using a MAC 208 brush, which is a really small, short, kind of medium stiff, I would say. It's not stiff, but it's not soft either. You don't have to use a MAC brush. You can use whatever brush you want. I happen to really like this brush for my brows, so I'm just going to go ahead and dip it in my wax. That's too much wax. And I'm going to do the same kind of thing that I did with the pencil. Now see, it's a little bit low right here in this area, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in right there and make it so it's a little more even. I'm not even really touching the brush too much to my skin. I'm more along the lines of laying it on the hair. Now as far as the wax goes, I don't like to put any wax on the inner corner of my brow because I don't want to make it so like bam. So what I'm going to do now is take the brow powder, which is lighter than the wax, and I'm just going to go over this and set what I just did with the wax. So I'm going to go ahead and bring some of that brow powder into this inner corner, and I'm doing short strokes and I'm going up here. Just kind of filling that in. Now if you feel that this still isn't clean enough for you, you can kind of go around it with some concealer. And to do that, all you'd have to do is use something close to your skin tone. You can use it lighter if you want. It's totally up to you. You just take like a little concealer brush like this one here, and go put a little bit of concealer and go around your eyebrow here. That also highlighted a little bit. You can just blend it out a little bit with your finger. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my other brow. Okay, so that's how I do my brows. See, my dad can lift his one eyebrow up and wiggle it, but I totally cannot do that. Okay, so some people don't really have a lot of hair on their brows to work with like I do. So if you have to actually draw your brows on and you're not great with handling a pencil, or you just don't have a steady hand, kind of like me, I would suggest try using a stencil for your eyebrows. Oh, I have a piece of hair stuck to my lip. That is so disgusting. Oh, I cut it. Ugh. You could try using a stencil to fill in your brows and just kind of follow like the same steps, you know, fill it in with a pencil. But of course you want to do it where your natural brow would sit. You don't want to put it up too high. No like upside down U brows. You know, just go with like a natural kind of shape and work around the hair that you have there. So anyways, I hope you guys got something out of this. This is just how I do my brows. I don't always use a pencil. As a matter of fact, I usually don't use a pencil. I just kind of used it to show how, if you were going to use a pencil for a natural brow, to use a short stroke. This is a Rimmel eyebrow pencil. It's a hazel. I wouldn't use this. This is so stiff. The spoolie is so much softer. I'm sure you could find a brush like this that is a lot softer. This specific one is really stiff. So anyways, I'm rambling and sorry. But I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks so much for watching. See you later.